I'm telling you guys, when was it? Was this 2020 or 2021 when the Super League fell apart in Europe?
Oh, 21, I think.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Where some, as you know, some Premier League, a couple in La Liga. There was a whole. Was it across? It was across Europe, right? But the lion's share was mostly in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to leave. And they're going to create their own Super League because they had their own issues. Their like-minded issues, financial issues, and why do you want to have problems that you can solve by just playing in a league with similar squads or franchises or teams that have same question marks as you?
It was April of 21.
Yeah.
And it fell apart. It was created and fell apart in 48 hours.
Right, like Belichick's New York Jets coaching tenure. And I said at the time, if there's any sport in America that could wind up doing their own Super League, it's not the NFL where they're just going to tell teams that have lesser salary cap, spend less on the cap, you're out, we're going to just go with some other teams. Or baseball where, hey, Oakland A's, we're sick and tired of you surfing off the luxury tax, you're out. We'll just play with fewer teams in Major League Baseball. That's not going to happen. I said it was college football. And it is going to happen. I'm telling y'all, it's going to happen. And it's going to be an ugly divorce because I don't think every conference is going to take every team. It's not going to be all the SEC and all the Big Ten and all the Big 12 and all ACC and whatever's left of the Pac-12 or whatever new conference could be formed with the final two. Nuh-uh. It's going to be some from each. And member schools are going to get some big fat payoff. Say you're out or you're in the lesser league that you can come up from. You can be elevated from. And others will be relegated too. I think that's going to happen. Because state governments, you just heard Greg Sankey say, state governments are coming up with rules that they don't enforce. And the federal government, good luck. Get out of here. All you got to do is just turn on the news for 2 seconds to know nothing is going to happen there. So, what's the answer? If you're not going to get government help for the guardrails and the NCAA, you got one member school coach flipping the bird to him saying, yeah, I don't recall who bought the cheeseburgers. Get out of here with that nonsense. What's the answer? Well, we're going to look around. And Sankey will call his friend from back in the day, Tony Petitti, the current Big Ten commissioner. Once upon a time was a CBS executive. I bet they've done television deals together. Where Petitti was the buyer and Sankey was the seller. And they get together with other like-minded conference commissioners and sit down one day and say, what are we going to do? Because this is out of hand. It's too much. Let's come up with our own rules. We'll come up with 30 teams in one conference, 30 teams in another conference, 2 divisions, 3 divisions, 4 divisions, whatever you want to do. Mimic it like the NFL. Come up with the rules. The players get a certain amount. And go play. And the other schools, you're in another tier and you can join the upper conference. And if you lose too much in the upper conference, you get relegated.
I love it.
It's happening. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I love it.
Guys, ladies, gentlemen, this is going to happen. I don't know when, but it will. Because at some point, these commissioners and coaches and school presidents and even the players are going to say, enough. We got to figure out what the rules are. And state governments will be like, forget it. And federal governments are going to be like, what? Who this? But I'll step to the podium and I'll go on my podcast and opine about it. Some U.S. senator, some U.S. representative going on their podcast. Like, We got podcasters running the federal government right now, more than representatives, not to go stray out of my lane a little bit. So they're going to have to figure it out for themselves. It's going to happen. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.